I first want to commend Prof for the hard work. It's rather unfortunate that in this time of our generation we are having such a conversation like this. But then, even prior to the unfortunate demise of Madame Akua Denteh, with the help of Shraj and an action aid, the ministry was able to close two of these witch camps and then aided with reintegration. And then after, upon the demise of Madame Akua Denteh, we had a national consultation meeting, an emergency meeting, of which Prof himself was invited, and then we had stakeholders from all relevant authorities present at the meeting. Right after that, the sector minister with the committee on the Parliament Committee on Gender and then Children paid a working visit to these areas in the northern region, including the deputy minister and then the chief director of the ministry. And then upon that, some recommendations were made after conversations have been had with the inmates over there. And then the minister made proposed or streamlined structures such as putting them on the LEAP program so that it will help improve their living standards, and also made some donations and other things. But from the research that Prof did, you would notice some of the recommendation is what education and sensitization, which is priority on the ministry's agenda right now. Through its agencies and departments, we are doing serious sensitization on this practice, and then using our regional offices in the regions, especially under the Department of Gender, every platform we get to make sure that we sensitize communities that are affected, and even those that are minimal. But then it happens everywhere, in every community, every sector. We have this witchcraft accusation, so there's a need for us to sensitize, and then we use these offices as well. And also, we had a national stakeholders meeting again with training, collaboration with UNFPA just last week with Queen Mothers, and then we trained them. And then one of the issues that were tabled to be sensitized on was the witchcraft accusations, and come up with guidelines, strategies, and frameworks to be able to address this phenomenon.
Mr. Kwabla, I just want to just come in a bit. So, at what point does the ministry consider education as enough? Because you see, this thing has been going on for so long.
Yes.
Ignorance of the law is no excuse. There are some people who know exactly what they're doing, that what they're doing is wrong, and they claim ignorance of it. There are some people who believe that this is the time to introduce the cane and whip them in line, and not allow them to hide under the cloud of ignorance that they don't know what they're doing. When they were killing Madame Akua Denteh, they knew exactly what they were doing. I mean, at what point do you continue to educate criminals?
That's. But it also goes. We are actually ready as a ministry to work with all the CSOs and NGOs that are championing this, and also agree that there needs to be a legislation. So moving forward, I think that will be one of the priorities. Having a legislation that will specifically address this issue of witchcraft, and then even though there are legislation in others like the Act 29 and then other provisions, the DV Act, domestic violence and all of that, and like she said, assault and battery alone is even an offense, and then the bystanders standing and then watching the event, all those ones are also abetting to the crime that is being happening. So we actually need the legislation to address this particular inhuman phenomenon.
Sheikh, let me come to you now. This